this is Momita. I have completed the first task as a part of Data Science and Business Analytics internship of the Sparks Foundation, and the first task was predict the percentage of a student based on the number of study hours. And we will also have to find what will be the predicted score if a student studies for 9.25 hours per day. So the strategy goes like this. So the first step, I have imported some important libraries which will be requiring to solve this problem, like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, etc. After that, I have read the dataset from this URL given in the task list. After reading the CSV file, I have stored it in the dataset variable. After that, from this statement, we can see that there is 25 rows and 2 columns in the dataset. After that, I have printed some statistical information of the dataset, as you can see: count, mean, standard deviation, mean, max, etc. After that, from this statement, you can see that there is no null value present in the dataset. Moving on to the next step, that is data visualization. I have plotted the distribution of the data points, hours versus scores. Here you can see the visualization of the dataset. After that, from this statement, we can see that there is a positive correlation between the two variables, hours and scores. When the hours are increasing, the scores are also increasing. So there is a positive correlation between these two variables, scores and hours. After that, moving on to the next step, that is dataset preparation. For this purpose, I have divided the data into the independent and dependent variable, that is hours and scores. After that, I have split the dataset into training and testing. I have taken the 80% of the data for training purpose and the rest of the 20% for the testing purpose. After that, the next step is training the model. I have trained the model using linear regression. I have imported linear regression model using from the scikit-learn. After that, the next step is model visualization. After training the model, I have plotted the line of regression, hours studied versus the percentage of scores. As you can see, and we all know that the straight line equation goes like y equal to mx plus c. Here m is the coefficient and c is the intercept. So I have plotted the data points for the training data. Here it goes. Similarly, I have plotted the data points for testing data. Here you can see that there is some errors that is calculated later on. After training the data, now it's time to make some prediction. So I have predicted the scores for the number of hours. Here x test is the number of hours. After predicting the scores, I have stored them in ypred. After that, I have compared the actual and predicted value. Here you can see that the target and predicted value. We can see that there are some little bit difference. Then I have plotted this difference between the actual and predicted value in the bar chart for the easy visualization. After that, I have printed the training score and testing score, that is 94% and 97%. That says that our model is pretty good. After that, I have predicted the score in the for the given query, that is 9.25 hours. I have printed that if a student studies for 9.25 hours per day, he or she will scores 91.56% in the exam. So final step is the model evaluation. I have printed the and calculated the mean absolute error and R2 score, that is 97%. So that's all. Thank you very much.